Joseph John Aiuppa, better known by his aliases Joey O'Brien and Joey Doves, was a notorious figure in organized crime, ascending to lead the infamous Chicago outfit from 1971 until his conviction for skimming in 1986. Born in Melrose Park, Illinois, Aiuppa was the eldest son of Sicilian immigrants, Simone Sam Aiuppa and Rosalia Marie Greco, hailing from Lascari in the province of Palermo, Sicily. His upbringing in a tight-knit immigrant community would later influence his rise in the world of organized crime. During the turbulent Prohibition era of the 1920s, Aiuppa, a former boxer, began his criminal career as a driver for high-ranking Chicago outfit members, including Tony Accardo. His dedication and cunning allowed him to climb the ranks swiftly. By the early 1930s, Aiuppa was running various gambling operations in Cicero, Illinois, including clandestine bookmaking establishments and underground casinos, some concealed behind secret entrances to avoid law enforcement detection. Aiuppa also managed Taylor & Company, a business that appeared to manufacture furniture but was, in reality, a front for producing illegal slot machines. His influence extended further as a founding member of Local 450 Union for Hotel and Restaurant Employees, which helped solidify the outfit's hold on labor racketeering. Linked to the Capone mob, Aiuppa's criminal network included connections with notorious figures such as John Dillinger and the Carpus gangs. By 1935, law enforcement identified him as a skilled marksman and expert bank robber, working closely with notorious criminal Claude Maddox. Aiuppa's reputation for ruthlessness and resourcefulness cemented his legacy as one of the most formidable figures in Chicago's underworld. Starting in the late 1940s and continuing through the 1960s, Sam Giancana's successor, Joey Doves Aiuppa, became the powerhouse behind the Cicero district of the Chicago outfit. This area was historically significant, as it had been the economic stronghold of the outfit since Al Capone's reign, who had once headquartered there. Under Aiuppa's leadership, Cicero maintained its reputation as the outfit's most profitable territory, cementing its legacy as the foundation of organized crime's wealth and power in Chicago. Aiuppa controlled several establishments in the district, collectively known as the Strip, which served as a predecessor to the infamous mob-run Las Vegas Casino Strip. Key operations were centered along Cermak Road in Cicero, Illinois, with notable handbooks operating at addresses like 4835, 4811, and 4818 Cermak. The nightlife scene on Cicero Avenue flourished with clubs such as the Frolics, the Town Hotel, and the 411 Club, where illicit activities including gambling, prostitution, and slot machines thrived. These clubs were more than entertainment hubs. They were engines of profit that bolstered Aiuppa's control over the district. Beyond his dominance in organized crime, Aiuppa delved into real estate using his company, Rosemar Realty, named in honor of his mother, Rose Marie, to manage his holdings. Properties were often kept out of his name, instead registered under relatives like his brothers or nephews, a strategy designed to obscure his true wealth. One notable transaction was the eventual sale of the Navajo Hills Golf Course, located in suburban Chicago, which added to his lucrative real estate ventures. Despite his cautious financial maneuvers, Aiuppa retained ownership of his Oak Brook, Illinois residence, ensuring his personal life remained discreet amidst a web of shifting assets and criminal operations. Through his strategic empire building, Aiuppa's legacy as a central figure in Chicago's organized crime history remains undeniable, blending ruthless underworld tactics with calculated real estate investments to maintain his dominance over the Cicero district for decades. For nearly 4 decades, Anthony Tony Aiuppa carried the nickname Joey O'Brien, a moniker borrowed from his days as a boxer. Back then, Irish boxers were favored and earned more money, so Aiuppa adopted the Irish-sounding alias to secure better fight opportunities. Over time, the name was shortened in mob circles to O'Brien or Joey O. Boxing was one of Aiuppa's last known legitimate jobs before he transitioned to working as a driver for the Chicago outfit, a pivotal step into the world of organized crime. In a twist of irony akin to Al Capone's infamous tax evasion case, Aiuppa found himself convicted in 1966, but not for his mob activities. Instead, he was prosecuted for the illegal possession and transportation of mourning doves across state lines, a violation of the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918. The act strictly prohibits possessing more than 24 doves per person outside hunting season. This odd charge stemmed from a 1962 search of Aiuppa's car by FBI agents in Kansas, during which they discovered an astounding 563 frozen doves. The investigation was part of Robert F. Kennedy's broader crackdown on organized crime in Chicago. After years of legal wrangling, Aiuppa was sentenced in 1966 to 3 months in jail and fined $1,000. The peculiar nature of his conviction earned him a slew of new nicknames, including Joey Doves, Joey the Doves, Doves, and even Morning Doves. These names became a defining part of his legacy, a blend of his mob ties and a moment of ironic legal downfall. After the passing of the infamous Sam Giancana, who had enjoyed substantial backing from underworld powerhouses Paul Ricca and Tony Accardo, Joey Aiuppa rose to prominence within the Chicago outfit. In 1971, following the imprisonment of Felix Anthony Milwaukee Phil Alderizio, Aiuppa officially took the reins as boss. His leadership marked a pivotal era for the outfit, as it solidified its connections to lucrative Las Vegas casino operations, further expanding its influence and wealth. Aiuppa became one of several key figures steering the outfit's operations, wielding significant power in the Chicago underworld. However, his dominance faced a setback with his indictment and imprisonment in the mid-1980s. This led to a transitional period where Joseph Ferriola assumed control from 1985 to 1988, maintaining the organization's grip on its various enterprises. Shortly after, Samuel Carlisi, Aiuppa's trusted chauffeur and protege, stepped into the leadership role, ensuring continuity in the outfit's operations. In addition to his criminal ventures, Aiuppa followed a trend among Chicago mobsters by acquiring a residence in the sunny enclave of Palm Springs, California, sometime after Giancana's untimely demise. This move reflected a pattern of high-ranking mob figures retreating to more opulent and discreet settings while continuing to exert influence behind the scenes. Aiuppa's tenure remains a defining chapter in the history of organized crime in America. In 1986, a significant blow was dealt to organized crime when Joseph Aiuppa, a prominent figure in the Chicago outfit, was convicted of skimming millions in profits from Las Vegas casinos. He was sentenced to 28 years in prison, marking a pivotal moment in the fight against mob influence in the casino industry. With Aiuppa and Sam Giancana's protege, Jackie Cerrone, assuming control after the semi-retirements of Anthony Accardo and Aiuppa, the Chicago outfit faced further scrutiny. The conviction stemmed from testimonies, including that of Joseph Agosto from the Kansas City crime family, who exposed a scheme siphoning $2 million from casino revenues. Those implicated and imprisoned alongside Aiuppa included Carl DeLuna, Angelo J. LaPietra, and Cerrone. LaPietra, known as the Hook, had long been a top enforcer for Aiuppa, with deep roots in Cicero's criminal operations. From behind bars, Aiuppa maneuvered to maintain the outfit's power, entrusting John No-Nose DeFranzo to oversee operations in Chicago's western suburbs, bypassing acting boss Joseph Ferriola. Meanwhile, tensions boiled over in June 1986 with the brutal murders of Tony the Ant Spilotro, a notorious enforcer, and his brother, Michael. Their beaten bodies were discovered buried in a cornfield in Enos, Indiana, just 5 miles from Aiuppa's property near Morocco, Indiana. Testimony from Nicholas Calabrese, the first made man to turn state witness against the outfit, revealed that the brothers were killed in a home in Bensonville, Illinois before their bodies were disposed of in Indiana. Nicholas's nephew, Frank Calabrese Jr., also became an informant, aiding the FBI's investigations. Yet, conflicting narratives linger. In a 2010 interview with Maxim, Tony Spilotro's son Vincent claimed his uncle Michael was the primary target, with Tony's murder meant to preempt any retaliation. This chilling tale underscores the complexity and ruthlessness of the Chicago outfit during its reign over organized crime. Serving nearly 10 years of his sentence, on January 19, 1996, Aiuppa was released from the U.S. Bureau of Prisons Federal Medical Center at Rochester, Minnesota. On February 22, 1997, Aiuppa died at Elmhurst Memorial Hospital in Elmhurst, Illinois. He was buried in Hillside, Illinois at the Queen of Heaven Cemetery. Aiuppa's legacy is particularly tied to the Mafia's control of Las Vegas. Through skimming operations, he ensured a steady flow of untaxed money to the outfit. His involvement in these operations was pivotal to the outfit's financial success, but also drew significant law enforcement attention. Aiuppa's downfall came in the 1980s when he was implicated in skimming operations from Las Vegas casinos. He was convicted and sentenced to prison. Many believe Aiuppa ordered the infamous 1986 murders of Anthony Spilotro and his brother Michael, both of whom were outfit members who had fallen out of favor. These killings further cemented Aiuppa's reputation as a ruthless enforcer of Mafia discipline. Aiuppa's legacy in the Mafia world is one of power consolidation and economic exploitation. He helped modernize the Chicago outfit, making it a significant player in national and international organized crime. However, his tenure also marked the beginning of the decline of the outfit, as increased law enforcement scrutiny and internal betrayals weakened its grip. Aiuppa is remembered as a quintessential Mafia boss, calculating, ruthless, and business savvy. His leadership style left a lasting imprint on organized crime in America, symbolizing the blend of violence and business acumen that characterized the golden age of the American Mafia.